Bam bam bim bidi bam bim bam. Bam bam bim bidi bam bim bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat Shabbat. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Thank you all so much for being here. Great energy right off the bat. I so appreciate that. Shabbat, Shalom. My name is Todah McGilvray. I'm your Temple Sinai President, and I will be filling in at this Kabbalat Shabbat service while our rabbis continue to enjoy their sabbatical. As usual, we are praying tonight out of Mishkan Tefillah, and if you are online, you can download our virtual Siddur at templesinai.org/live. Let us please turn to the top of page 6 and read together. We enter this sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured. A beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truest selves. Now we, in our turn, come into this sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flaws within our human hearts, the harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer. I would like to call up Rose Petersky to offer the blessing over our Shabbat candles and light the candles. The blessing can be found on page 2. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat. Amen. Thank you. Isn't that supposed to be the little, like, the candles are lit? It's a mirror. How did that happen? We please continue together on page 10 with Mayafe Hayom. Mayafe Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Mayafe Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We can understand giving a small child time to transition between tasks and environments, place to place, but we expect ourselves to be able to jump from task to task and perform perfectly. So as we continue with our warming up songs, please give yourself time to let go of the week and settle into Shabbat. We turn to page 12 for Lechu Neranena. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, ladonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, ladonai. Naria, naria, letzur yishenu. Nekadma favna Todah. Naria, naria, litzur yishenu. Bizmirot naria lo. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, ladonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, ladonai. Please join me on page 20 for Lecha Dodi. As is our custom, we sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. For the final verse, if you are able, please rise and turn to face the back doors as we bow and watch our Shabbat bride walk down the aisle. Boi kala, boi kala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yadarai, 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 pnei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yadarai, 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 pnei Shabbat, nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, Hishmianu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad, Ushmo echad, L'shemu tiferet v'litechila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yadarai, 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 pnei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yadarai, 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 pnei Shabbat, nekabela. Likrat Shabbat, Bechu v'nilcha, ki mekor ha-beracha, merosh mekedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavati la. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yadarai, 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 pnei Shabbat, nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yadarai, 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 pnei Shabbat, nekavela. Hitorari, hitorari, ki va'orech kumi ori, uri, uri, shir daberi, kivod Adonai, elayich nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yadarai, 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 pnei Shabbat, nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, yadarai, 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 pnei Shabbat, nekavela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, ידדי, 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 פני שבת נקווה לי. לך דודי לקראת קלה, ידדי, 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 פני שבת נקווה לי. You may be seated. We continue on page 22 with Mizmor Shir. Mizmor Shir Le'om HaShabbat, Tov Lechodot L'Adonai, Uzamer L'Shimcha Elyon, Uzamer L'Shimcha Elyon, Lechagid Baboker Chazdecha, ואמונתך בלילות, על עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון וכינור. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, Tov lechodot l'Adonai, uzamer l'shimcha elyon, ulizamer l'shimcha elyon. Sometimes that happens. We will do the Hatzi Kaddish together, which can be found on page 26. Yitkada v'yikada shemei rabbah, v'amal divarach hibrutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, Uvizman kariv v'yimeru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam olam me'amaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei d'kudasha brichu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran me'ama, v'yimeru amen. We please rise for the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam bo'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach We read together at the bottom of page 30. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night, and distinguishing one from another. Adonai Tzivaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravim. We sing of God's everlasting love on page 32, Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Avta, Amcha Avta, Torah u'mitzvot, u'kim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadata, Otanu limadata. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shachbenu, u'kmeinu nasiach bechukecha, v'nitzmach b'divrei Toratecha, u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, ki hem hayenu, v'yorech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla. V'achavatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema can be found on the next page. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Hashem, Kivod Mahutam, Le'olam va'ed. You may be seated. We continue with the V'ahavta. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh Asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha Ukshartam leot al yadecha, v'chayu letotafot beineinecha, uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha, leman tiskeru, sitem et kol mitzvotai, v'tem kedoshim Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet. We read responsively on the lower section of page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again, we overcame oppressive forces. Though our feelings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Mi Chamocha can be found on page 40, our Song of Freedom. Yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai 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 dai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh feleh, nora tehilot oseh feleh. Malchutecha ra'u v'anecha, bokei ayam nifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Zelianu ve'amru, Zelianu ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. V'nehemar kipad Adonai et Yaakov, ugalo miad hazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. There were moments this week when maybe we thought that we might not make it through it, when we thought we might drown in our troubles or even drown in our blessings, but we helped each other across to dry land. We can finally stop fighting for survival and rest. We read together at the top of page 43, let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapurei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Vishamru can be found on page 44. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. La'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. La'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Beni uben b'nei Yisrael, od hi le'olam, od hi le'olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Woo! La'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית olam. I have to make sure you all remember how to Macarena for Shabbat under the stars, because this will. As we enter into the Amidah on page 46, we invite you to please stand in body or spirit as you are able. As always, when we are done reading communally, you may continue reading until page 62 or sit when your meditation is complete. Adonai sefatai titach ufi agita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot V'ima'ot, U'mevi'uha libnei bneihem, L'man shemo ve'achava, Melech ozer u'moshiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayecha kol atah rav v'choshia, Mabrid hatah, Mechakel chayim b'chesed, Mechaye hakol b'rachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha bal gevurot, Umidom melech, Melech memit umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'chachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom l'chalu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Yisrael, Ve'imru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. May the one who brings peace to the heavens on high make peace for us, peace for all Israel, and for all who inhabit the earth. Amen. It's going to be my first time leading a service that has a Torah, so we're excited for this. As we begin our Torah service, please join me at the bottom of page 246 in this scroll. In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. It is my honor to invite up Hal Taylor and Susie Ramos to open our ark doors and carry our Torah. We are still on page 246. Ki metzion tetzei Torah, Ki metzion tetzei Torah, D'var Adonai Yerushalayim. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah, Le'amo Yisrael, B'kedushtato, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadlu Adonai Iti, Unarom Shemo Yachdav, Lecha Adonai Hagidula, Behagivura, Behativeret, Behanetzach Bechavod, Ki Ho Bashamayim Uvaretz, Ki Ho Bashamayim Uvaretz, Lecha Adonai HaMamlacha, Le'ani Naseh B'chol Erosh. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'chishtachavu lecha kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'chishtachavu lecha kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Amenu. Let me take the Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachadu lemahar kodsho. Romenu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachadu lemahar kodsho. You may be seated.
Sure.
It is my pleasure to invite up Dr. Jeff Gingold for tonight's Aliyah and also for chanting. Ya'amod Yaakov ben Yachil l'Aliyah harishona.
Hold this for a second. Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach.
Baruch Adonai Ambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamborach le'olam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bacha banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל אהרון, ואמרת אליו, והעלותך את הנרות אל מול בני המנורה, יאירו שבעת הנרות. ויעש כן אהרון אל מול פני המנורה, האלה נרותיה, כאשר ציווה אדוני את משה, וזה מעשה המנורה, כשעת זהב עד ירך עד פרך, מקשה היא כמראה, אשר הראה אדוני את משה, כן עשה את המנורה. Come on, you. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Yasher Koah. Thank you. And I have a blessing for you. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless Dr. Gingold and his family. Since you have come up to the Torah in the honor of God and Torah, may you merit from the Holy One of blessing, protection, rescue from any troubles or distress, and from any illness, minor or serious. May God send blessing and success in your every endeavor. Together with all Israel, let us say, Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. With the Torah out in our midst, it is time for us to ask for that extra measure of healing for those in need. If you are online, please feel free to add the names of your loved ones in the comments. We are thinking tonight especially of Mary Jo Adams, Kevin Ashton, Kathy Bartlett, Tracy Bartlett, Batai Tali, Nava Brenner, Laura Cohen, Megan Carney Kramer, Frank D., Carrie Davis, Jim Inglesmith, Stephen Gould, Marcia Garrett, Marlene Harris, Pam Hendricks, Ron Kamen, Renee Carr, Letitia Kruger, John Lutzker, Jason Matthews, Harav Miriam Yael Chaya Batsara, Tim Ober, Claire Petersky, Tony Petty, Carol Pavney, the Morgan Ramirez family, Judy Ramos, Sarah Bat Chava, Harav Sarah Bat Yisrael V'Shoshana, Chaya Schwartz, Shana Bracha Bat Esther Malka, Shlomit Shalit, Chris Stanton, Vanessa Wagner, Bobby Wells, Yehuda Chaim Ben Yosef Zifanai Yisraela Devara Bat Avraham Vasara, Usher Zalech, Natalie Sarah, Israel for peace, healing, and remembrance for all the innocent lives affected in this war and for innocent lives in Gaza. Everyone affected by the coronavirus and long COVID, the Jewish and other communities of Ukraine. If there are others that you would like to be uplifted for healing, please share their names as my eyes meet yours.
John and Sharon Stout.
The people of Israel and Iran who do not want this war.
Michael Rodriguez and Mary Pedrosa.
Mike Wilkin, Marcus Wilkin, Anne Marie Smith. Linda Goldman.
Thank you.
Rod Sloan.
Thank you. Our Mishabera for healing can be found on page 253. We sing together. Mishabera avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu Mikor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. I please invite up Jeremy and Ellen to help us with Chagba and Galila. D'var Torah asher sam Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael. Api Adonai b'yad Moshe. That's how you can hear us when we're singing facing the end. It's Chaim Chi L'Machazikim Ba B'Tomchecha Meushar Terachem Al Darchei Noam B'chol Netiv Shalom. Hashirenu Adonai Elecha V'nashuva Adesh Yameinu Adesh Yameinu
Thank you.
There are moments when you open the Torah and it's like reading your own journal out loud. This week's Parsha, B'Ha'alotcha, gives us one of those moments, raw, emotional, and utterly human. Moses cries out to God, "Why have you dealt ill with your servant? Did I give birth to this people? I cannot carry all this people by myself, for it is too much for me. If this is how it's going to be, just kill me, I beg you, and let me see no more of my wretchedness." This is Moses, our great teacher, the one who speaks to God face to face. And here he is breaking down, exhausted, overwhelmed, and drowning in the complaints of the people he's leading. And honestly, who can blame him? As leaders, parents, partners, and friends, there are times when we find ourselves asking the same questions. Am I doing the right thing? Is it supposed to feel this hard? Like, I knew it was going to be hard, but does it have to be this hard? Why does it feel like I'm carrying this all alone? And what makes this parsha so poignant is that Moses has direct access to God. He gets divine instructions on everything from how to build a lampstand to when to break camp. There's even a hotline to resolve niche halachic questions. Moses literally says, "Stand by and let me hear what the Lord commands about you." The presence of God is embedded in their camp life, visible, guiding, constant, and still they complain. They complain about the manna. They long for meat. They cry, "We were better off as slaves in Egypt." Not because they had freedom there, but because the food was familiar. This is not hunger. This is fear disguised as nostalgia. This is the discomfort of growth being mistaken for suffering. This is the temptation to go back into bondage we know rather than face the uncertainty of the freedom we fought for. And God's response? It's not gentle. It's fire. It's anger. It's stuffing the complainers with quail until it comes out of their nostrils, followed by a plague. It's disturbing. Isn't God supposed to be compassionate and merciful? Why is his reaction so harsh? But if we look closely, perhaps that anger comes from heartbreak. From God, who just liberated these people with signs and wonders, who is literally walking alongside them only to hear them beg to go back into slavery over a menu. They are standing in the very miracle they once prayed for, and instead of leaning into it, they wish it away. I remember, if I can overshare for a moment, I remember after my divorce of my first husband, having my own version of a wilderness breakdown. Living alone for the first time, trying to do everything myself, and one day just missing trash pickup day. And I stood in my kitchen crying over trash cans. Not because I was truly helpless, but because the loneliness and unending burden of responsibility felt heavier than the bags of trash. And for a moment, I thought, where is my husband? Why is he not here to take care of this chore? But the truth is, no amount of trash day frustration is worth returning to a life of constraint and conflict. Freedom is hard. Leadership is hard. Parenthood is hard. Community is hard. But we can't wish away the blessings just because they come with burdens. And when you are unsure if we can ever reach the promised land, remember God's response to Moses. Is there a limit to my power? You shall soon see whether what I have said happens to you or not. The answer is not to wish our way backward. It is to trust in the miracles already in motion, to move forward even when it is hard, because refusing to move forward in life is a type of death. At a time when God no longer speaks to us with clouds and fire, and prophets don't walk among us, we might think that the consequences of our complaints are invisible. But the truth is they are internal. We doom ourselves to a spiritual wandering, and we shrink from our own futures. There's this parable that Rabbi Akiva once said, let's spend Shabbat in Jerusalem tonight. And the other rabbis scoffed. It's too far. It's impossible. And he sighed and said, if you had just believed it was possible, we would be there already and Moshiach would be with us now. Let's not make the same mistake. Let's be a people who walk toward promise, not backward into bondage. Let's meet our own complaints with compassion, but not surrender. Let's be grateful even when the manna is monotonous, because the alternative is Egypt. And let us remember, sometimes the only way out is through. Shabbat Shalom. We turn to the bottom of page 282 for the Aleinu, and I would like to call up Michael Skolnick to open our ark doors. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הברסות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye. May all created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth, and the words of your prophet fulfilled. Adonai will reign forever and ever. V'nemar v'chaya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu, yirei Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. You may be seated. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss and life and death. Tonight, we are especially remembering Oitzur Cohen, Laura Lazarus, Ron Darst, Robert Stearns, Sally Ann Castle-Rain, Irene Fenton, Patricia Duffier, Joseph Ochayon, Yolanda Jimenez, Nancy Dawes, Ernie Kuntz, Michael Schifrin, Justin Friedlander, Michael McGraw, James Kohler, Herbert Gordon, Vivian Morgan, Les Cohen, Martha Gould, Alvina Geiger, Frederick Andres, Marilyn Hilborn, Neil J. Rosen, Eve Lubling, Terry Sayes, Flora Alderman, and we are remembering the yard sites of Francis Broslowski, Judith Ann Morhar, John H. Gertler, Cornelius Jacob Klump, Reuben Zucker, Violet Catherine Klump, Richard Allen Margleys, Shirley Bennett, Sis Greenspun, Frida Javinsky, Edna Mays, Joe Townley, Yetta Berger, Carol Ann Gordon, Harry O. Horwitz, Marjorie Bartlett, Minnie Steinberg, Julius Rusch, Joe Dworkin, Leona Gordon, Scott Boris, Donald G. Olensner, Helen Brunstein, Lottie Cohn, Claire A.P. Duffier Jr., Albert Langer, Paula Labko, Louis Ray, Paul Rubin, Nathan Nussbaum, Annette Rutkovitz, William Friedlander. If you have names that you would like to add for remembrance, please do so as my eyes meet yours. And if you're joining us online, please uplift those names in the chat.
The people that died in the Air India crash.
Thank you.
Sarah Milgram and Yolanda Krasinski, and I apologize, I don't know the name of the woman that was killed today in the bombings,
Thank you.
which has been married. Chana Perlbach Pinchas.
Thank you. Our mourner's Kaddish can be found on page 294. If it is your custom, please rise. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divarach yivrute v'yamlich malchute, v'chayechon u'vyom echon u'v'chayeh d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam l'mei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitale, v'yitalal, shemei d'kudusha b'richu. Leila minkol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. O say shalom v'imromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'kol Israel v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say amen. You may be seated. Can I invite up our board member Alexa Foley to read announcements this evening?
Thanks, Todah. Number one announcement, how hard is doing this during a sabbatical? Okay, let's see what's going on here. We got a couple of things going up. As always, we could use people to help with the live stream, to help with chanting. With the live stream, I believe you can contact Michael Gordon. Tobin knows how to do it too, a couple others. for the chanting. Laura Smith is our main contact right now. You saw what a beautiful job everybody's done here, and it takes a village, so come be an active villager, please. For everybody joining us in the social hall tonight, we have the Oneg, sponsored by our anonymous renewal donor. Thanks very much to that person. And of course, there is the Yismazum for anybody who is online that will follow immediately after this service. And then we have Torah study. We have Torah study tomorrow, 10 a.m. As usual, that's on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Most Saturdays, I should say, with Deborah Ochtenberg. Crafter Schmooze. Oh, look at this. For those of y'all that like to put things on your refrigerator, in case you're like me and you can't keep it all in your head and you can't stand to open up another email. Shabbat potluck dinners. Look at this pretty little graphic that I think Mike Stombach did. It's gorgeous, and it has all that information there about the first Friday of every month to do a Shabbat potluck. And Crafter Schmooze. Isn't that great? That would look great on your refrigerator to remind you to come on a Tuesday. What else has Mike Stombach done for us here? Temple Sinai is closed for Shabbat. This is a good one to have on your refrigerator because you can come join somebody on June 20th, July 18th, or August 22nd and be part of a potluck Shabbat at somebody's home or at a gathering. It can be anywhere. This one should really be on the refrigerator for sure. Shabbat under the stars. Look at that gorgeous graphic, everybody. So,
Need a bigger refrigerator.
well, or have a couple of kids and you'll have an extra refrigerator. So just a reminder that while all this information that I can kind of spew about is on our fabulous website that has everything there, when you walk through here, if you're more of a visual person, we've got these too, and you can just stick it right in your calendar. Makes good bookmarks so you don't forget anything. But generally, Saturdays, we have Torah study at 10 a.m. Right now, we don't have Sinai school. We do have on Friday, June 27th, the Rosh Kodesh hike at 9 a.m. That is the same day as Shabbat Under the Stars, which will be at the South Valley's Regional Library at 6 p.m. Temple offices are closed for Friday, July 4th. Everything will kind of be on the down low, but there is a Tot Shabbat with Laura Smith, in person only, and that is also the day of the potluck dinner here. I think, am I missing anything major? We do have the library committee meeting and the novel noshers at 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock on Sunday, the 22nd. That would be next Sunday. And that's kind of, I don't think I'm missing anything in the next couple weeks.
Small correction, the Rosh Kodesh hike for women is at 9:30 the last Friday of the month, which is the 26th. And it's not a hike, it's a stroll.
So that correction is 9:30 for Friday, the 27th. And I'm not going to droll on these. Go to our fabulous website, pick up something to beautify your refrigerator, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Alexa. I am going to droll a teensy bit longer. I just want to highlight that our first of the closed for Shabbat dinner will be next week. So this is an experiment, the first of an experimental program for this summer. So for 3 Shabbats this summer, the first of which will be next week, we will not be having our regular service here at the temple on that night. The idea is that the temple is closed for Shabbat dinner, and the encouragement, the urging, you've gotten your marching orders, is to enjoy Shabbat dinners together. So if you can go to a friend's house, snag an invitation or host your own. So lots of potlucks. Nobody should have to cook for that many people. I love having my parents here. And then for those of you though who do find yourself without a Shabbat to go to, we don't want you to be left out at all. So we will be making sure that the temple is open and available as a neutral location to come and participate in a potluck as well. So that is available. But if you were coming for services, or if you knew somebody who's going to try to come next week, is they've been thinking about coming to services and they're finally going to do it, they'll get to hang out with me and eat dinner instead. So, okay. Thank you all so much. We will do our closing song, Adon Olam, on page 321. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, V'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, V'chefsa Kol, Hazai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'yacharei Kichlot Chakol, Levado Yimloch Nora Adon Olam, V'chu chaya, v'chu choveh, v'chu yiyeh l'tifara Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, V'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, V'chemsa Kol, Hazai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'chu echad v'yein sheni, L'cham shilo l'chach bira Adon Olam, B'li reshit, b'li tachlit, V'lo ha'oz v'hamizra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, V'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, V'chemsa Kol, Hazai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'chu Eli, V'chai Goali, V'tzur Chavli, V'yet Tzara Adon Olam, V'hu Nisi Umanosli, Menakosi B'yom V'kra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, V'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, V'chemsa Kol, Hazai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Bi'ado Afgid Ruchi, Beit Dishan Ve'a'ira Adon Olam, V'im Ruchi Geviati, Adonai li Belohi Adon Olam. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We did it. I will see you in the social hall for Kiddush and Chamotzi. And thank you so much, Noel, for running our live stream.